did Save Your Goodbye by Mike Posner. I love Mike Posner. I don't know, his album is kind of like therapy to me. All of his songs I think they're brilliant. There was like this little group at UC Berkeley where I went to college, some friends that like kind of danced. They did it just like casually. It was always a hobby. I never really took it seriously. It was just like whenever I do something, I like to try my hardest. And so like I would go to the club, learn routines, go home, practice it, and then I met friends who were on funkonometry, and they said that they're looking for guys for the team, tried out for that, made the team, and then I remember learning like a bunch of pieces like my first day, and I had no idea what I was doing. I actually learned from Marielle Martin the first day, and it was so hard, and I remember I had to go home and actually slow down the music so that I could practice it and do it, because it was so hard. Probably about 6 months after I started dancing. It was kind of like a side-by-side process. It just kind of came natural. It felt like, oh, I'm dancing, I should create as well. I remember I taught my first company class January 7, 2006? 7, 6? I don't remember. But maybe it was July 1st, 2006 maybe. And it was just, I was just given the opportunity to teach funkonometry company class, and it was really, really scary because putting yourself out there as a choreographer, especially starting out, it's terrifying because you don't know how people are going to react to your choreo. You don't know, number one, if they'll pick it up. You don't know if you're a good teacher. It's like there's so many things that could go wrong in teaching a class that it's like that's all I could think about. But it was really about pushing my hardest to really not have other people feel impressed, but be impressed with myself and really feel proud of what I put out there. I don't know. Like I always knew I was meant for something more than just an office job. Because my degrees, like I could be making a lot of money with my degrees, but it's not me as a person right now. I feel like I have more to offer than just, for me, settling for an office job. And it feels right what I'm doing. Like there's those little things that I see in my life when I'm just kind of going about things, and I'm like, I kind of see them as checkpoints. Like when I'm doing something and something goes really right, I'm like, okay, I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be doing this. This is right for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I know teaching at Debbie Reynolds is very, very, very difficult to get a teaching position. It's all about, it's really all about timing, actually. And I remember I was in London with April Rodriguez, and we were talking, and she's like, Kyle, why aren't you teaching in Los Angeles? And I was like, because I'm scared. And she was like, you're stupid, like, you should be teaching there. And neither of us were teaching there at the time, and it's really cool to look. It's been like a little over a year now, and we both have regular classes there. And for me, April was a big reason to push myself, and I have to keep reminding myself just to kind of not let fear overcome your desires to be where you want to be. It's really subjective. Like, I love dancers who really put themselves out there, who aren't, because it's really easy to put yourself out there but come off fake when you're performing. It's really easy to do that, to overlive in a bad way. But there's those certain dancers where it's when you watch them, you can tell that they're doing it because they love it, and it's like you don't have to be crying. You can just like really just, if you dance because you love it, the people will love watching you. And like a lot of the dancers I chose in my select group, like Some of them had a really hard time with the choreography, but I couldn't keep my eyes off them because they were so into the piece. They were so just kind of like lost in it. And I love watching that. I know it sounds bad, but I feel like a lot of those habits come with studio training sometimes. Because if you're competing in a competition team, you need to give face. Like, even if you don't feel a song, like for me, it's really hard to perform a piece that I'm not like kind of passionate about, or if the song is a song that I like really hate, it's hard. And it's hard for anyone to really kind of push through that. And I feel like sometimes on studio teams, dancers are forced to, no matter what, because it's not because they love it, it's because they need a score. It's because they need to be first. They need to get first place. And that's not what dancing should be about. Dancing should be about doing it for you. Even if you do it for a living, you should still do it because you love it. And if you stop loving it, it's time to find a different job. There's always poor dancer etiquette. It's like, I really try to, when I teach, to kind of install those values onto these dancers, because sometimes they don't get it from the training that they have, where it's like, a lot of it to me is common knowledge, like just raise your hand in class, don't shout out. If you don't get a part, like a section in the choreography, don't stand there in the back shaking your head and rolling your eyes. Ask a question. There's 50 times in a class when I'll say, does anyone have a question? So there's no reason why everyone shouldn't either be caught up with the choreo or be asking questions. You shouldn't be standing there doing nothing and kind of feeling helpless, because you're not going to learn, you're not going to get better from that. It comes with being smart about saving. I feel like a lot of dancers have that problem. They'll make like a lot of, like I know a lot of choreographers who are like, oh, I just made a couple thousand, I'm gonna go buy a Louis Vuitton wallet. And to me, it's like, it's nice, but it's not practical. And it's all about growing up. It's about knowing how to save your money, how to spend it, where you can have luxury items, where to kind of stow it away, because you never know when your next gig is gonna be. And being a dancer, I wouldn't rely on teaching jobs. I never do. So when I do get them, I'm very blessed. You also have to remember that if you are teaching, it's hard to find people who are going to fly you out with a work visa. And most of them who fly you internationally aren't going to get you one, which means you aren't going to be able to really file taxes on that money, which means you may be making a substantial amount of money, but if you don't have it under your taxes, like when you want to buy a house, you're not going to have like a good credit score. The bank's not going to see that you have all this money, even if you have it. So you're kind of screwed. So it's all about trying to do things legally, try and do things right. It's the best way. If you really want to make a career out of dancing, I wouldn't rely on teaching, because although it's good for the now, it's going to be harder as life goes on. And you always want to have a backup plan, whether that's school, whether that's another job, whether it's opening up a studio. Just kind of have that in the back of your mind, because you never know what's going to happen. That's one of the big things that I get asked a lot, is to put tutorials up on YouTube. I don't think I'm ever going to do that, because I put my pieces up to inspire others, but I don't do it to teach others how to dance. If you want to learn how to dance, you take a class from me, because you're never going to get the same training from a class or from a video that you would in a class. And that's why I'll never put up videos, because you're not gonna learn the right way. You're not gonna learn the same things. You're gonna learn bad habits from a video. And even if you don't have those resources, I know everyone has friends. I know that everyone can make up a routine, that has friends that can create a routine together. It's all about, if there isn't that community available to you, then create it. And that's all about, that's you being someone to inspire others. Because God knows if I go to a country and you're the reason why there is a community, I'll look up to you and I'll really admire you, because I know how hard that is to do. Because in San Francisco right now, there's not a big dance scene. And there's a lot of people, Shauna Baristo, Marielle Martin, Emerson Aquino, who really pushed to create a dance scene in San Francisco. And just, I really look up to them. I admire all of them for all the hard work that they put into it. So if you do have trouble because you either can't afford class or you can't find classes, create them. Create routines, get together with your friends, session. That's what B-boys do. They don't pay for class. B-boys, they teach themselves. They session all the time. And it's just, I think that's one of the greatest ways to learn. That's like, if you know Jabberwockies, I know a lot of them, they used to session like in their garage. Like, I'm sure, I think there's still videos up on YouTube, like I used to watch like from a really long time ago, of Jabberwockies like in their garage. It's like, look at them, they're probably one of the most renowned dance groups in the world. How did they get good? Practicing in a garage by themselves. Like, they didn't have to pay like $1 billion to take class. It's kind of just, do what you have to do, but don't sit on YouTube and write comments and complain about it, because that's going to get you nowhere. That's not going to make you a good dancer. Watching YouTube videos and learning from an instructional DVD isn't going to make you a great dancer. It's going out there, putting yourself out there, and learning from others in person that's going to make you great. Yeah. Thank you, Elm, for having me. Thank you for an interview that asks good questions, Shaboobs.
Sure.
And thank you to everyone who supports me. Really, 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 thank you. Thank you, Debbie Reynolds. Thank you, Mom, Dad, my brother, my nephew. Thank you, Brandon, Sohei, my roommates, everyone in LA. I love you guys.
The party ain't over, don't you think about leaving. Oh, 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 oh.